Now, Good Morning Northwest, wildfire state of emergency. Amid the devastation this morning, some good news for some of our neighbors living in the gray fire zone.
We have some much needed relief throughout our region with some precipitation coming in today. We'll let you know how much to expect coming up.
And how do you navigate insurance when you've been evacuated from your home and you don't even know if your property survived the wildfire? We go to the experts for answers. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, August 22nd. Spokane County still under a state of emergency as two major wildfires rip through the inland Northwest. But there has been some good news. Relief for so many affected by the gray fire.
After several nights of uncertainty, the majority of Medical Lake residents are waking up in their own beds this morning. Evacuation's been downgraded to level 1 for the north part of Medical Lake and the northeasternmost side of the evacuation zone. Our Marissa Rio is live at Cheney Middle School this morning, where we're expecting another update on the firefight this morning.
We're here at Cheney Middle School, which is the command post for the gray fire. Again, there's some more rain coming down, which is really good news. At 6:30, we will have an interview with Northwest Team 7, which is an incident management team coming out of Oregon, regarding any progress that firefighters may have made overnight. Fire crews yesterday say the weather played a role in attacking this fire. The moisture in the air made it so the fire didn't grow much bigger. There was significantly less open flame from Sunday night going into Monday morning. A fire information officer said their strategy moving forward was to put out hotspots and mop up around the structures lost. Evacuations have been downgraded to level 1 for everything north of Campbell Road. About 4,000 people were able to return home last night. Again, at 6:30, we will be speaking with the fire information officer regarding any progress firefighters may have made overnight. Reporting in Cheney, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
We hope that's quite a bit of progress. All right, fire crews are still asking everyone to stay out of those level 3 evacuation zones at the gray fire.
Now, families are desperate to know if their homes are still standing and if they need to file an insurance claim. 4 News Now digital anchor Rob King talked to the Northwest Insurance Council, who advises that even if you don't know if your home is damaged yet, you should still reach out to your insurance company now, because it may be able to help you with costs of things like hotels and supplies if you're forced from your home.
Contact your company, make sure they're aware of the loss, and let them help you get started on getting a claim filed and getting immediate financial assistance to help you pay for immediate expenses, like where you're going to have to stay in these immediate days surrounding the fire.
The more information you have about what was in your home before the loss, the easier the claims process will be for your insurer. To hear those warnings, his warnings about potential scams, you can watch the whole interview, available right now on KXLY.com.
All right, we've been praying for rain, and at least some areas are getting it. Here's Allison Martinez with your first alert forecast.
Good morning. It is shaping up to be a pretty humid day, which we're very grateful for. Now, as you can see, as we take a live look over our region, you see a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of morning haze, and there is smoke there, but thankfully our air quality is in much better hands than where we've seen previously. 64 in Spokane and 65 in Coeur d'Alene. Now, as we were talking about air quality, we're currently at 28, which is great. We're in the good range. We're hoping to stay here for as long as we can, though this will evidently shift as we move throughout our day. But now is a great time to take advantage of these conditions. Do anything you need to do outside, take your pets out, anything like that. Now, as we take a look at the 4 things you need to know, first and foremost, we do have cleaner air coming, and we can see that evident this morning. Rain showers are likely throughout our day into the evening. Dry weather will return Wednesday, as well as hotter temps later this weekend. Now, as you can take a look at our smoke forecast, you see those winds from the south kind of pouring our smoke all throughout the region. Now, this morning we're in a good place. It's going to shift, but overall we're in a great place, not in the purple, the reds, dangerous range that we were looking at previously. Now, as we take a look at our Tuesday planner, you can see our high for the day is 74, which is just a bit below our average.
All right, Allison, thank you so much. Well, for people who live near Elk and the Oregon Road fire, it's been days of agony, wondering if they have homes to return to.
First responders continue to ask homeowners to stay out of the danger zone so they can work safely to get the fire under control. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with the very latest.
That's right. The Oregon Road fire has burned more than 10,000 acres since Friday. And the Washington Department of Natural Resources told me that at least 80 structures have burned, and go now evacuations are still in place for a large area in North Spokane County this morning. And in this video coming up, you can see what used to be homes and neighborhoods. A crew of more than 400 is on these fire lines trying to control the Oregon Road fire, but there is still no sign of containment. Spokane County Sheriff's officials confirmed that a body was found in the wreckage on Sunday, and a medical examiner is still working to figure out the person's cause and manner of death. And on your screen here, we're showing you the most updated level 3 evacuations for this fire. Anyone living in the area marked in red on your screen needs to leave immediately if you haven't already done so. And Spokane County Emergency Management is reminding people that drone usage is prohibited around a wildfire. Flying drones will prevent helicopters from flying and cause issues for other aircraft trying to take down the wildfire. Yesterday, though, people living near those fire lines saw a welcome sight in the air.
Yes! Get 'em, boys!
Now, Christina Clark shared this video yesterday. Unmistakable joy in her voice as firefighting planes were spotted overhead. Multiple aircraft were flying and making drops on this fire. This is an important step of the firefighting process. Again, over 10,000 acres of steep terrain are burning, making it hard for crews to contain this fire. And we continue to hear stories from those who've been driven from their homes. Coming up in 30 minutes, I'll share details from a man who lost his home in the Oregon Road fire. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
FEMA has approved a fire management assistance grant to help cover the cost of our firefighting efforts. The government will cover 75% of the state's eligible expenses for equipment use, tools, materials, supplies, and more. These funds are strictly for firefighting, and individual homes and business owners are not covered by this specific grant. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
All right, let's send things back over to Allison Martinez, and we're finally getting some rain, but also we've got some flood watch.
Yes, absolutely. Much needed throughout our regions, but we'll be having so much precipitation that we do have a flood watch effective until tonight. We'll let you know which regions coming up.
Our air quality is finally in good shape right now, but as we've seen, it can change rapidly. We look at what's been affected this week by dangerous air.
And dangerous heat across the country in places that don't often experience it. Coming up, who's baking in the extreme temps today?
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Oh yeah, summer is for the beach ballers. And AutoNation Chevrolet is here to make your summer even more exciting. Drive your favorite new Chevys with 1.9 APR and no payments for 90 days. What drives you, drives us. AutoNation Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the advocates.
The advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured, you deserve an advocate.
Wow, what a great vacation.
Yeah, no kidding. The new hotel, the casino, Maslow's Steakhouse.
Don't forget the triple head shower.
Trust me, I haven't. I feel a million miles away.
You're not.
I understand that.
I just ran home and fed the dog.
Don't ruin this for me.
The largest casino resort in the Pacific Northwest is right in your backyard thanks to our brand new River Tower Hotel in Northern Quest.
I love working out at Move Fitness.
The staff here is so friendly.
It's just got great energy.
You walk in and people are pushing sleds on the turf.
You got people running or walking on treadmills.
This atmosphere is what keeps me coming in.
Sometimes I need that extra motivation. This is where I look forward to coming every day.
They really have something for everyone.
I tell people all the time, Move Fitness is the best.
Join the movement.
Progressions Credit Union is here to give you the 411 on how you can earn 4.11% APY with Kasasa Cash Checking. It's easy. Qualify to earn rewards like ATM surcharge refunds up to $25 for doing everyday account activities. Activities like 1 direct deposit or ACH deposit or withdrawal, 12 monthly debit card transactions, and enrolling in e-statements. Call or go to progressionscu.org today and ask about our limited time offer of $200 cash bonus when you open a Kasasa account.
Oh yeah, summer is for the board members, and AutoNation Chevrolet is here to make your summer even more exciting. Drive a new Silverado for just $479 a month. Plus, we'll buy your car. What drives you drives us. AutoNation Chevrolet.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
It is now 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Americans will soon know if they will need to be more patient with package deliveries.
UPS workers are voting on a tentative labor contract, which was recently agreed upon by the company and the Teamsters Union. But if employees give it a thumbs down, a strike could be imminent. A final tally on that deal is expected this afternoon. If those rank and file employees vote no, it could lead to one of the biggest strikes against an individual U.S. employer in U.S. history, do significant damage to the U.S. economy, the nation's supply chain, and of course, cause problems with your package deliveries.
New security footage released following a deadly mass shooting at a lounge in Seattle Sunday shows a crowd of people in the parking lot of Rainier Hookah Lounge running, trying to drive away. 2 men and a woman were killed in that shooting. 6 other people were hurt. The victims are between 21 and 38 years old. 5 guns were recovered, according to police, and the Seattle Police Department is currently searching for the shooter.
A toddler has died after being left in a hot car outside of a daycare in Omaha, Nebraska. Police say the 1-year-old was not breathing when the officers arrived Monday morning. Police say the child was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but she later died. Police do not know how long the child was in the car. It's also not known if the vehicle belonged to the daycare, a worker, or a parent.
More than 8,500 daily heat records have been broken across the U.S. in the last 30 days. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration expects at least 445 more daily heat records to be broken this week. Unlike the recent heat waves, which have largely spared the Midwest, near 100-degree temperatures will stretch as far north as Minneapolis and Chicago. More than 100 million people are under heat alerts from the Gulf Coast to the Midwest, eastward into the Ohio Valley.
Good morning. It is time for your 10-second takeaway. Now today we will be having some rain conditions and we will be seeing some haze as well. The smoke will be clearing out little by little as we move throughout our day with a high of 74.
While you may be breathing easier this morning, it is important to keep checking in on air quality levels. School districts and colleges canceled outdoor practices again yesterday. Local pools and the Numerica Skyride in downtown were closed as well.
Amal Spokane shared this haunting photo on his Facebook page. You can see the flames from the Oregon Road fire are not far in the distance from the backside of the mountain. Right now, the state park is still closed to all car, foot, and bike traffic until further notice. And we're keeping a running list of events and locations that have been canceled or postponed. You can find it on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:13.
After an unprecedented days of closure, I-90 is back open near the Gray Fire. Coming up, why it was closed for so long and what you'll see if you drive through that area.
And our fire crews have been working long, grueling hours on all the local and regional wildfires. We need them to stay healthy. Right after this break, how they are managing the physical and emotional parts of the job.
Save your green. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
You could win $10,000 cash. MISTEQUA Casino Hotel in Chewelah already gave one winner $10,000 cash. On Saturday, August 26th, one more lucky grand prize winner will receive $10,000 cash. Will it be you? Drawings start at 6 p.m. Play your favorite games and earn entries to win. MISTEQUA Casino Hotel is the place that treats you right. Learn more at MISTEQUA.com.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
It goes like one margarita, bluebird in my heart. Baby, you're playing hard to forget.
The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The new double pepperoni Crazy Crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
5 stars. All rise for To Kill a Mockingbird. Unmissable and unforgettable. A mockingbird for our moment. Beautiful, elegiac, satisfying, even exhilarating. A New York Times critic's pick. Mockingbird is now the most successful American play in Broadway history. All rise for Aaron Sorkin's great play. Richard Thomas is Atticus Finch in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
December 5th through 10th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
One thing that I think is cool about Move Fitness is that everyone that walks through our doors comes for a different reason.
For some people, it's the best part of their day. It's kind of hard to explain. You almost have to experience it.
From the moment you walk in,
From the energetic music, the smiles, and the high fives.
it's just a great, positive place to work out.
And you get it all for about $1 a day. Join the movement.
Everyone's got to move, right?
Spokane County remains under a state of emergency. Crews fighting the Gray Fire since Friday start and end their days at Cheney Middle School, working tirelessly through the heavy smoke, wind, and flames.
It takes a toll on both mental and physical health, and it's vital for them to manage their stress while trying to save the Medical Lake community. Firefighters are working 16-hour shifts trying to put the Gray Fire out. The morning crew begins at 6, goes back to Cheney Middle School around 10 at night. After their shifts, then they eat, shower, and try to get some rest. A fire information officer says it's like managing a small city there.
Goal is to provide those firefighters with the needed rest and food and supplies they need to be able to do the job out there. It can be pretty taxing physically and mentally when you're out working in these areas, when you're dealing with incidents where structures or lives have been lost. That creates a lot of stress. So we actually have some folks here. It's called CISM, Complex Incident Stress Management.
And that CISM team is at Cheney Middle School every day to talk with firefighters who are feeling the stress.
Cheney residents won't have to deal with increased traffic on Highway 904 anymore. That's because I-90 finally reopened in both directions yesterday afternoon. It had been closed since Friday due to the Gray Fire. As you drive down I-90 between the Four Lakes and Tyler exits, you can clearly see the scars left behind by the fire. You may even see some smoke or small flames still. And while it looks very eerie, the Department of Transportation says the roads are safe to drive on now. Wow. Yesterday morning, crews were out surveying about a 13-mile stretch of the freeway with a main focus of cutting down trees that could have been a danger to drivers.
Wow.
Yesterday we had several trees that randomly fell onto the roadway, so today cleaning those up in coordination with them and then taking down trees that are further an issue for the traveling public.
Before I-90 reopened, this was what it was like in Cheney. Slow-moving traffic because of those detours with cars and semis driving through town on Highway 904. At one point, people saying the detours added some 30 minutes to their routes.
That is significant.
Yeah,
so
no
glad
doubt.
it's back open. And here is your live look this morning. Hazy skies, but thank goodness our air quality is nothing like it has been recently. We're in the good range for right now. But as Alyssa Martinez and from Mark Peterson was telling us, that's likely going to change.
Yeah, we're going to see some winds shift that quite a bit, but overall, we're in a much better place than we previously were, so we're taking advantage of that and being thankful while we can. Well, today we have a high of 74, and we do have some showers and some thunderstorm potential in Mark Peterson's honor. I'll say when thunder roars, go indoors. We have winds 3 to 7 miles per hour today. As we go into our night, we'll have a low of 53 degrees. We could have some storm activity as well. During our night, though, it is a lower likelihood. Scattered showers, winds 3 to 7 miles per hour. Now, as we were talking about our air quality, we're currently at 28. We've been keeping an eye on this as we go throughout our morning and making sure we're as updated as we can. And believe it or not, we're at 28. So we're very happy for that. Take advantage of it while you can. Take your animals outdoors, anything that you need to do this morning. Now, taking a look at our forecast radar, you can see the activity that we have kind of scattered throughout our region, which we are so grateful for. This could not have come at a better time. Now you can see around 9 a.m. this is where activity really picks up. 9 to noon is going to be the window where we're going to be seeing the most activity. We're expecting about ½ inch in Spokane by this evening. So we are very grateful for that. Now, because of this precipitation, we do have a flood watch in action, and this is primarily in northern Idaho. So this is something that we will be keeping an eye on as well as we move throughout our day. Now, for our highs throughout the region, you can see we are in the 70s range primarily, even have 68 in Sandpoint and 68 in Coeur d'Alene, numbers we haven't seen in quite a bit, but the cool off is much needed, and very thankful for our firefighters who are working so hard out there. 81 over in Wenatchee. Now, as we take a look at our planning forecast, you can see we have quite some variance here. We have the thunderstorms today potentially, and by tomorrow we will be seeing hot, windy, dry conditions. We are hoping that those smoky conditions won't persist, but as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, like we said, sunny and dry. But we do have a little bit of hope of some precipitation on Friday, and we'll keep an eye on that as we head into our weekend. We will be back in the 90s.
Okay, and hopefully we'll have clear air so people actually can get outside and enjoy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Allison,
and
thanks.
Get the yard work done. That's what I've been like. Oh, the grass is so bad. It's now 6:21. Jen Cohen just helped UW leave the Pac-12. Well, now the athletic director is leaving for a rival school. I'll tell you where she's headed.
And it was a big night for the Big Dumper as Cal Raleigh and the Mariners crushed the White Sox to stretch their winning streak to 7 games. The highlights coming up right after the break. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. Here on your Tuesday morning, we'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Hi, this is Noda Begay III, PGA Tour member and Golf Channel broadcaster. I'm here to tell you about sponsorship opportunities for the Circling Raven Championship, the women's professional tournament presented by KXLY 4 News. It will feature more than 150 rising stars from 30 countries. For sponsors, it's an ideal way to empower youth, women, and Native Americans through the game of golf. For more information, visit cdacasino.com or call 800-523-2464. I'll see you there.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and the entry diplomamen when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
BCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
You know, when the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, you know, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that BCU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Someday
say there's going to be a book written about just how bizarre the demise of the Pac-12 really was. But on Monday, it added another wrinkle in the story as Washington Athletic Director Jen Cohen accepted the same job at USC. Of course, the Trojans are in the same conference as the Huskies and will be next year as well when both teams enter the Big Ten. Cohen was very instrumental in UW's exit from the Pac-12 as she spent the last 7 years at the helm. But it's hard to turn down a school like USC when they come knocking, and the money certainly does a lot of talking.
25 years in college sports, all the coaches and administrators are here, that's a long run. To be able to do that and to make so many memories and create so many special accomplishments together. And so UW is always going to have a very special place in my heart, except for any time they play the Trojans, right? Yeah.
And the Seattle Mariners are officially the hottest team in baseball as they dismantled the Chicago White Sox on Monday night, taking the series opener 14-2. The man of the night was easily Cal Raleigh as he goes 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. As starting pitcher Luis Castillo didn't even need some run support this time around. The ball club has now won 25 of their last 36 games since the All-Star break. And now with that win, Seattle is also a game in front of the Toronto Blue Jays for that final wild card spot and just 2 games back of the Rangers for first place in the AL West. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
It's like, wow, for so many months, we're like, all right, come on, man, let's pick it up. And now they're just on a tear. It's been so fun. All right, good morning, Northwest time is just about 6:26.
As we head to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, airport close calls. A stunning new report in the New York Times showing there were about 300 reports of close calls in the last year and at least 46 incidents in the last month alone.
The New York Times is looking at NASA databases that's bringing to light some of these incidents that haven't been publicly known.
From this Delta plane almost colliding with an American Airlines flight that was on the wrong runway at JFK in January.
Delta 1943, cancel takeoff plans.
To another incident just a month later in Austin.
Southwest abort. FedEx is on the go.
A FedEx cargo plane coming within 100 feet of a Southwest flight packed with passengers. So why does this keep happening? Coming up at 7 a.m., Robin Roberts goes one-on-one with Miracle on the Hudson pilot and aviation expert Captain Sully Sullenberger in a live interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Oquendo, ABC News, Miami.
With wet AMD, sometimes I worry my world is getting smaller because of my sight. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, which means doing more of what I love. Vabysmo is the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye, or are allergic to it or any of its ingredients. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. Although uncommon, there is a potential risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots.
Open up your world.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Shop local at the Tin Roof.
Scorched thousands of acres, leaving destruction and heartbreak behind.
My house should be gone. The house behind it is gone.
The flames were on the road, and all of a sudden, it turned black.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call. That's all.
509-999-9999.
I love working out at Move Fitness. The staff here is so friendly. It's just got great energy.
You walk in and people are pushing sleds on the turf.
You got people running or walking on treadmills.
This atmosphere is what keeps me coming in.
Sometimes I need that extra motivation.
This is where I look forward to coming every day.
They really have something for everyone.
I tell people all the time, Move Fitness is the best. Join the movement.
Shop local at the Tin Roof. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
A state of emergency continues this morning here in eastern Washington, but some good news is finally coming through for so many people affected by the Gray Fire.
After several nights of uncertainty, the majority of Medical Lake residents were able to return home last night. Our Marissa Rio is live in Medical Lake. And Marissa, this is such a relief for all of those people.
Yes, it is. And this rain, I don't know if you can see it, is also a relief. I'm at Cheney Middle School, which is the command post for the Gray Fire, and I'm here with Shane Rossbach, who is the Fire Information Officer for Northwest Team 7, an incident management team coming out of Oregon. So, Shane, yesterday we saw some roads opening back up, some evacuation levels downgraded. How is progress overnight? What's it looking like out there?
So it's looking really good. That reduction in the level 3 evacuation area, there's about 5,000 residents displaced. That opened up the areas of Medical Lake that weren't affected directly by the fire and allowed residents to get back in there. So we're really happy about that. So folks are moving back in there. On the firefighting front, things are looking really good. They're out there continuing to look for hot spots and everything. As you mentioned, this weather is great for us and great for firefighting because it just helps us out. We're actually getting moisture out there on the fire, and that just helps speed that process and moving towards just continuing to do those assessments of structures and hazard and damaged trees and make sure we get those addressed. And hopefully, as we move forward here, at some point we'll start to shift those evacuation levels further.
And do the acres burned and structures lost, those numbers still remain?
So right now we're at 10,016 acres, and so that hasn't grown too much, and we don't expect that to, particularly with this weather and everything, that's really good. So that should stay pretty close to the same, hopefully. And then we're about 25% containment right now.
Nice. And then what is the strategy moving forward with this fire?
So strategy moving forward, we've got crews out and around the perimeter continuing to make sure that perimeter is secure. So just reinforcing lines, continuing to complete lines out there, and then really starting to work on the interior and those interior areas. So in the coming days, that's really the main focus, and that's what crews are working on today.
Awesome. Thank you, Shane, for joining us today, and thank you for the update. We appreciate it. We will give you any new information as soon as we can. Reporting in Cheney, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
25% containment, a really big deal.
Sure is. Hey, let's check in now with Allison Martinez in for Mark Peterson with your first alert forecast.
Yeah, that's great news this morning, and we have more great news on the way because we do have some rain coming our way this morning, and there was rain actually happening right now as well. We're taking a live look over Spokane, and you can see a little bit just of that morning haze this morning. Now, more great news as well. It is currently 28 for our air quality index. This is great. This is a range that we haven't seen in a while. This will shift as we go throughout our morning, but overall we're looking like we're in much better hands than previously before thanks to the current weather conditions. Here's what you need to know on this Tuesday. We do have cleaner air coming. Rain showers are likely and dry weather will be returning Wednesday, as well as some hotter temperatures later this weekend. Now, as we take a look at our smoke forecast, you can see those south winds that are pushing that smoke through, but overall we're in a much better place. We're in the light to moderate range, as previously we're seeing a lot of those purples, a lot of those reds, so we're very grateful to be here today. Now, if you take a look at your Tuesday planner, you can see that we have a high of 74 today, and the average high is 83, so quite a bit below. And we do have some precipitation all morning long. Morning and afternoon are going to be where this is the strongest. We do have some chances of thunderstorms as well. That's about a 40 to 45% chance. Hopefully we get the rain and none of the thunder.
All right, Allison, thank you. The Oregon Road fire has burned more than 10,000 acres of land as well in steep terrain near Elk. More than 80 structures have been destroyed.
At 4 News Now has been on the ground for the past few days now, talking to fire victims and getting a firsthand look at some of the homes that have been lost in the Elk community. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with a story from one of those victims. Sydney?
Robin, at this point, the Oregon Road fire has burned over 15 square miles while claiming the homes of many living in the area. One of those homes belonged to Dave Hankel. Walking through now burnt piles, Hankel says he can't believe that this is now the reality. Last Friday, the wildfire completely wiped out everything he owned for years, including the car he and his brother built for his dad.
People will ask you questions. Oh yeah, I got that, and then your brain goes, "Whoop, no, you don't. Everything's gone."
More than just a car, he says it's years worth of memories that he still remembers.
Me and my brothers and my dad built that car for my dad, and he passed away, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago from Lou Gehrig's. So then my mom had it, and she passed away 2 years ago. So I ended up with it.
Hankel says it's overwhelming to face this tragedy, but he remains hopeful. And just like the way he built a car for his dad, he says he will start from the beginning. And there is help pouring in throughout the Elk community. At the Country Church of the Open Bible, volunteers are providing meals and a place to stay overnight. Help can also be found throughout Spokane for fire victims who have lost their homes. The Ruby Suites on Division Street in downtown Spokane says they have space for evacuees. The management team says the complex has at least 10 one-bedroom furnished apartments with fully functioning kitchens and can offer long-term stays beyond 30 days. You can find more information about the apartments and more fire victim stories on KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thank you. The city of Ephrata is currently under a precautionary boil water advisory. A malfunctioning sensor in the city's water monitoring system over the weekend reduced water pressure for some people in southeast and northeast Ephrata to near zero. The city is asking everyone within city limits to bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute and then let it cool before using. The Grandview Heights area is exempt from this boil advisory. Hopefully they get that figured out here soon. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:37 on the dot.
Allison Martinez is here, and she is talking about the rain coming in. This is such big news.
Such big news. We're so happy to see this. We see activity region-wide. We should be expecting about ½ an inch by this evening in Spokane.
And Tropical Storm Hillary bringing plenty of rain to the southwest, where hundreds of people had to be rescued from floodwaters when Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Whether you're hauling your boat to the lake or a team full of soccer players,
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Nobody beats perfection.
This is delightful. We've gone from a restrictive budget to more fun more often, all because we signed up for a dividend-earning Kasasa checking account from Canopy Credit Union. It earns us a high dividend rate of up to 4.07% annual percentage yield on up to $25,000. If you do the math, that's up to $84 we can earn in extra cash deposited right into our savings account every month, automagically. Learn more at canopycu.com. Limits and conditions apply.
Are you ready for some fun? Come to the North Idaho Fair, where there are acres of fun for everyone. From thrilling concerts to heart-pumping monster truck shows. It's all here. Exciting rides, games, and delicious food. Don't forget about the rodeo, where you can watch cowboys and cowgirls show off their skills. There's a jetpack water stunt show, pig racing, as well as magicians, hypnotists, and more to keep you entertained. Bring the kids to Adventureland. They'll enjoy a petting zoo and hands-on farming experiences. The North Idaho Fair has something for everyone. So come join us for acres of fun.
You ready?
more than ready.
Blue Compass RV has over 100 dealerships coast to coast. So we're with you today, tomorrow, and the road ahead. It's a little something we like to call peace of mind.
Well, here we are, mile marker 0.
More like mile 3,652.
Blue Compass RV.
Let's take the long way home.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
When you call the experts at Zero Res and almost zero time, you can enjoy carpets that stay cleaner longer without dirt-attracting residue. Schedule your appointment with the experts at Zero Res, and we'll do the dirty work for you. Zero Res, a smarter, lasting clean.
Whether you're going on a long trip or just your daily commute,
Perfection Tires certified techs are your trusted resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs and routine maintenance.
Nobody beats perfection.
Welcome back. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward is defending herself and condemning a former state representative.
Woodward and the embattled Matt Shea were on stage praying together at a far-right religious rally in Spokane Sunday night.
That you would give them supernatural discernment. You would increase their faith. You would increase their joy, that they could laugh in the middle of crisis, Lord God.
That is Matt Shea, who was condemned by his own party for religious extremism. He's praying over Mayor Woodward at a rally Sunday night. The rally was put on by a man defined as a Christian nationalist whose rally started as a way to protest COVID restrictions. After the speech, you could see Woodward hugging Matt Shea as she exited the stage. Her presence and connection with Shea drew sharp criticism online and from her opponent for mayor. Lisa Brown said the mayor should be disavowing Matt Shea as an anti-woman, anti-LGBTQ extremist associated with political violence. Yesterday, Woodward denied knowing what the event was about. She said, "I am deeply disturbed that Matt Shea chose to politicize a gathering of citizens who joined yesterday to pray for fire victims and first responders." Then she criticized Brown, saying Brown chose to distract from the fire response. Later, Mayor Woodward issued a second statement saying she considers Shea's views a threat to our democracy and that she regretted appearing in public with him. You can read that full statement online by finding that story on KXLY.com.
It is time for your 10-second takeaway. Now, starting now, we do have haze and showers coming our way this morning and into our afternoon. Smoke's clearing out, high of 74 today.
Well, this video was taken by our own Mark Peterson. What you're seeing here is a firefighting aircraft flying overhead, likely going to fight the Oregon Road fire. Machines like this one can help drop water to stop the spread of those wildfires. A welcome sight by anyone in those areas. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:42.
So many people in our community are stepping up to help those affected by the fires.
Yeah, coming up, we're sharing how some local businesses are helping and how you can join in when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Labor Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm Mark Peterson. Research shows that older adults want to stay in their homes for as long as possible. But as we age, our needs change. There are modifications you can make to allow elderly individuals to stay in a home comfortably and safely. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
Scorched thousands of acres, leaving destruction and heartbreak behind.
My house should be gone. The house behind it is gone.
The flames were on the road, and all of a sudden, it turned black.
4 News Now is brought to you by MISTEQUA Casino Hotel in Chuila.
Well, record rainfall brought by Tropical Storm Hillary continues to wreak havoc on parts of the Southwest.
Floods and mudslides trapped people in homes and cars in Southern California. This morning, they are drying out and digging out. Hillary transformed small creeks into raging rivers, carrying tree trunks and boulders. Some areas getting more than a foot of rain. 700 people had to be rescued in the mountain town of Seven Oaks. Mud washing into the fire station even. And near Palm Springs, which saw its wettest August day on record, a giant front loader had to be called in to rescue at least a dozen people at an assisted living facility stranded by mud.
Nearly all the low-lying areas in this desert valley are filled with water and mud, including the interstate. This is the 10, which has been shut down or crawling since the heaviest rains came in yesterday.
The crews responded to 1,800 emergencies in the region. Even Death Valley saw 2.2 inches of rain, its wettest day on record. And during this time of great need in our community, businesses and neighbors are ready to give what they can at a moment's notice.
And Mr. Rogers said, in times of crisis, find the helpers. And that's what we want to do. Many families are hurting right now, and businesses and organizations are raising money and donating products to those impacted by the fires. No Light Brewhouse is hoping to raise $50,000 in the next couple of days. Owner John Bryant tells us $15,000 in donations have already poured in. No Light is matching dollar for dollar up to $25,000 for the cause. He says money will go to help families transition until they can file their insurance claims. Little Noodle in the Garland District and Garden Party are donating a portion of its food and beer sales this week. Owner Kadra Evans was actually born and raised in Elk and also has strong ties to Medical Lake.
I have goosebumps from how awful this is and no way to help. So this is just the little thing I can do, and trying to find more ways to help out. I would love any ideas.
Now, people who order and bring in a canned item will receive a discount this week. The organization Project Beauty Share is also holding a hygiene drive for victims impacted by the fires. It's looking for brand new items like shampoo, body lotion, lip balm, feminine products, and more. To find more organizations, charities, and businesses that are going out of their way to lend a helping hand right now, you can check out our website, kxly.com.
All right, here is your live look this morning. Looks real hazy. Our air quality, unbelievably, is good. And I feel like it's time now to stop being like a turtle. Bust out of your shell.
Get outside a little bit.
Do it now.
Yeah, those dogs have been wanting to be walked for the last few days if you didn't get them out there.
Act while you can, for sure. Now is the time to do so. And we're hoping that we're going to get some assistance with this rain that we have coming in as well. We do have showers throughout our region today. We do have a probability of, or a chance of thunderstorms. That's about 40 to 45 that we're looking at. Now our high for today is 74 degrees. As we move into this evening, we have a low of 53. We will be seeing some scattered showers there as well. Winds just 3 to 7 miles per hour. And as we were saying, 27 for our air quality. It was 28 the last time we checked, and now it's 27. We're hoping we're just going to stay right here in this zone. And like we said, take advantage of it while you can. Now, as we take a look at our forecast radar, you can see that as we move throughout our morning, we're seeing that's really going to be where the most of our precipitation is going to be happening, is around that 9 to noon little period there. And it's going to clear out just a little bit as we move to the beginning of our afternoon. And then right here, this system right here is what we're going to look at. This is actually why we have a flood watch in place. This is in the Idaho Panhandle region. Now they are expecting by tonight, this is when this flood watch will all be over, and they're expecting about 1 to 2 inches is what we are hoping, will be seeing here. Now, as we take a look at our highs throughout the region, we're in the 70s to pretty much just in the 70s region. We're in 78 in Omak, 70 in Colville, 74 in Spokane, 68 in Sandpoint and Coeur d'Alene, actually. Now, as we take a look at our planner, we have a lot going on here this week. As we talked about, we do have those thunderstorms, that rain happening today. And as we move into tomorrow, we're actually going to be seeing dry, windy conditions. We'll be at 75 on Wednesday before we hike right back up in temperatures throughout the rest of the week. A little glimmer of hope for some precipitation on Friday. And by the weekend, we'll be back in the 90s range.
And fine with it, really, because we get this break, right?
Yes.
And especially having a little rain is just whew.
Very helpful. Yeah, it's great. It's now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
All right, thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Spokane, the most amazing care anywhere.
Feel protected under our roof with expert agents who will find the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Drive new Subaru models with 4.9% financing at AutoNation Subaru.
August 30th through September 4th, the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park returns to Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. Free admission, 64 food booths, 275 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, 107 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include 2 Slim and the Tail Draggers, Samantha Fish featuring Jesse Dalton, Digital Underground, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 30th through September 4th, it's the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park. You'll never eat it all.
Summer might not be a vacation for families experiencing homelessness, but while Family Promise teaches parents life skills, kids have the chance to explore and have fun.
Without the routine of school, summer is really challenging for homeless children. With the help of Numerica, kids are able to enjoy lots of fun activities.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Family Promise as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Introducing the pizza so nice, we pepperonied it twice. The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza from Little Caesars. Picture this: classic pepperoni and crispy curly old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses, finished with a garlic parmesan crust that must be seen in slow-mo to be believed. Holy moly, are you picturing this? Get a large double pepperoni crazy crust for just $8.99. Available all day or hot and ready from 4 to 8 p.m. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Feel protected under our roof with expert agents who will find the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday with the morning sprint.
Yeah, Allison Martinez has details on some rainfall that finally came our way.
Sydney Charles has the latest on evacuation levels in the Oregon Road fire currently burning near Elk.
But first, there's been some good news. Reliefs are so many affected by the Great Fire in Medical Lake. Let's get to Marissa Rio live with some details.
We just spoke with Shane Rossback, a fire information officer for Fire Team 7, which is a fire incident command team that's in charge of the Gray Fire. And he just said that the Gray Fire is now 25% contained. Some really good news. We're getting some rain this morning. There's moisture in the air. He says that should help fire crews fight this fire. We should start seeing some evacuations being downgraded. But right now, evacuations have been downgraded to level 1 for everything north of Campbell Road. About 4,000 people were able to come home last night. Reporting in Cheney, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And along with that, good news for drivers. Evacuation has been downgraded to level 1 for the north part of Medical Lake and the northeasternmost side of the evacuation zone.
Some families who left their homes are desperate to know if their homes are still standing and if they need to file an insurance claim. 4 News Now digital anchor Rob King talked to the Northwest Insurance Council, who advises that even if you don't know if your home is damaged yet, you should still reach out to your insurance company now, because it may be able to help you with the cost of hotels and supplies if you were forced to leave your home. The more information you have about what was in your home before the loss, the easier the claims process will be for your insurer. You can watch his whole interview, available right now on KXLY.com.
Crews fighting the Gray Fire since Friday start and end their days at Cheney Middle School, working tirelessly through the heavy smoke, wind, and flames. It takes a toll on both the mental and physical health, and it's vital for them to manage their stress while trying to save the Medical Lake community. You can read more about the impacts the Gray Fire has had on firefighters' mental health on KXLY.com.
FEMA has approved a fire management assistance grant to help cover the cost of our firefighting efforts. The government will cover 75% of the state's eligible expenses for equipment use, tools, materials, supplies, and more. These funds are strictly for firefighting, and individual homes and business owners are not covered by this specific grant.
And breaking news just into the newsroom this morning, the Idaho Board of Education has informed the West Bonner School District, that's up in Priest River, that it's in violation for its decision to hire that man, Brandon Durst, as its superintendent. The Idaho Freedom Foundation staffer and former state representative has drawn criticism for his lack of experience as a teacher or school administrator. In a letter, it says Durst does not hold the proper superintendent certification and thus is unqualified to work in Idaho as a superintendent. In light of this information, the school board is holding an emergency meeting tonight to discuss its next steps.
The Oregon Road fire has burned more than 10,000 acres since Friday. The Washington Department of Natural Resources told me that at least 80 structures have burned, and go-now evacuations are still in place for a large area in North Spokane County this morning. On your screen now, we're showing you the most updated level 3 evacuations for this fire. Anyone living in the area marked in red needs to leave immediately if you haven't already. A crew of more than 400 is on the scene right now trying to control the fire lines, the Oregon Road fire, but there's still no sign of containment. Spokane County Sheriff's officials confirmed that a body was found in the wreckage on Sunday, and a medical examiner still working to figure out the person's cause and manner of death. 4 News Now has talked to multiple fire victims who have lost their homes in this fire. You can find all of those stories right now on KXLY.com.
I am happy to report that we do have some moisture happening throughout the area today. This will be taking effect early this morning, all throughout the day into the evening. Now, places in particular, Spokane will be seeing about ½ an inch by this evening, and there will be a flood warning in effect until this evening, and this will be affecting Garfield, Shoshone, Latah counties.
While you may be breathing easier this morning, it's important to keep checking in on those air quality levels. School districts and colleges had to cancel outdoor practices again yesterday. Local pools and the America Skyride in downtown Spokane were closed as well. We are keeping a running list of events and locations that are canceled or postponed on KXLY.com. Things looking pretty good, though, today with our air quality.
The city of Ephrata currently under a precautionary boil water advisory. A malfunctioning sensor in the city's water monitoring system over the weekend reduced water pressure for some people in southeast and northeast Ephrata to near zero. The city is asking everyone within city limits to bring water to a rolling boil for at least a minute, then let it cool before using. The Grandview Heights area is exempt from that boil advisory. And we will be back with a final check of weather with Allison Martinez right after this quick break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica.
The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. I gotta call Swap.
Here you go.
That's it. I'm calling him.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
We're taking a live look over Spokane. As you can see, it is a little smoky, a little foggy this morning, but thankfully our air quality is looking great. We are in the good zone. We are currently sitting at 27. Now we'll take a look at our planning forecast. Today we do have rain in store. We do have a chance of thunderstorms. It's going to be about 40 to 45% of a chance, but tomorrow we will dry up. It's going to be dry, windy conditions. It will be sunny, and those conditions will last until Friday when we'll be seeing some precipitation. Now as we head into the rest of our weekend, we'll see temperatures climbing back into the 90s.
Oh, enjoy that rain today.
Yeah, I like being in the good zone. Let's stay in the good zone.
The good zone's a good place to be. We'll see you throughout GMA. It starts right after this.